Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of my Welker Farms Let's Play. Another day and another great opportunity. This time around, I am going to harvest my own field, the only field that I happen to own. That is field number 2. That is just caressing the main farmyard over here. But before that I have a few stuff to do. Now, um, this time around it's going to be different because unlike the contracts that I did, leaves everything to me on this particular field. That means if I drop straw sweat, which I will, obviously, then I will have to pick it up myself. Um, And then, of course, that means I need a baler and I need something to transport the bales with. Now, the good news is that my contracts were more than lucrative, and as you can see, I have 5 grands. Yeah, it's wheat, but it seems so light. Maybe it's because the edge of the sky is still dark. It's early in the morning. Anyway, so I am going to do some shopping. Um, One thing that I really want to do, and I'm going to need it, is some kind of an opportunity to fix my vehicles. Now I have a Thunder Creek trailer. Where is it now? Yeah, I think it's parking over there. But that's not really the cool stuff. I want the normal workshop trigger somewhere over here, like the way it goes in real life. So I think I have that thing available. Yes, I have the toolbox in miscellaneous. That's not even a expensive mod. Now my problem is that I cannot place it here for some reason. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Oh yeah, I don't have extended placeable on, and then I don't need horse helper. Mostly because I don't really want to have horses over here. But that being said, uh, I don't need this piece either. What's that? Oh, okay, it's some kind of biogas. And still it doesn't really work. Dang it. It's no good. Alright, I think I will, for better or for worse, I'm going to place it here. And I honestly do hope that it's going to work out. Because I remember that back in the day, in FS17, there used to be a workshop trigger here inside. But it's no longer here. Which kind of makes this place purposeless. Let's be honest. I could have placed it here. Oh well. How far does the trigger extend? Shoot. Because it's kind of stupid over there. Hold on. Oh well. Where is it now? Oh yeah, there it is. So. Oh, it's that simple. Good. And it's a good stuff that it's cheap. So, so how about we place it here? My true problem is with this. Oh, I know. I have nothing but problems. I'm horrible this way. Sorry, guys. Uh, that it doesn't really show where the trigger gets if I put it down. And you know what? I will put this here in the middle of the way. Um, that's not the best placement, but I mean, I can make it work just fine. So I wanna do a general maintenance on the combine before I make it run. Because as you can see, it's down to like 50%. And I don't want hitches. I think I'm going to check the... I swear to God I pressed E. So I'm going to check the header with the Thunder. I almost said Thunderstruck, but Thunder Creek trailer. Because that's a one-of-a-kind gem. If you don't know that piece of kit, you gotta know it. I'm going to show it right now. Let's unfold this bad boy. Now I'm truly mesmerized by this machine. I'm talking about the Ideal. And if I have to name the thing that I like the least is the copious amounts of plastic parts. I mean, it's like easily 2/3 of it is clearly plastic. I don't think it's just a matty paint job. No, it's gotta be plastic. It looks like plastic at the very least in the game. I know that's the future and plastic is cheap as all hell compared to metal and all that. But I mean, don't you like when you have a heft to your combine? Because I sure do. But then again, the thing that I like the most, the single best thing, is that you see what the chopper does. And that tends to be a problem on Massey Ferguson combines, at least in the game, or Echo combines. But this one, that's really cool. I like that part. Okay, move the header trailer out of the way. It'll do fine over here. Let's pick that up. Now, how do I have to... I think I got it down pretty good. Okay, let's get that. Now, I don't have fuel in it just yet, but I know one of the great things is that it can carry fuel. And it's pretty cool that if you have fuel in it, you have to activate the fuel trigger, you have to turn that little engine on the fuel pump, which is pretty cool. Another thing that I enjoy to no end is the way the service trailer works, or service trigger, because it's like you walk out over here, you press R, as you can see the green rectangle appears, and if you press M, the trigger comes up. Oh, okay, it's pretty good. I mean, I've been checking it up not so long ago when I was in the last contract that I did. I did altogether. I did 3. I cut field 1 over here. I cut field 6. Yep. What's this? That's interesting. Yeah, and I cut field field 4. Yes. So altogether I did quite the amount of contracts, and that amounted to like almost 3 grand. Hold on, I forgot to shut the door. It's R again. There we go. Move it out of the way. Yeah, back to the shopping part, because I got kinda interrupted by the whole combine checkup. So the next purchase that I'm going to do, and I think we might as well, just as we are here, is a baler. Now I did the unthinkable, and I touched a mod that came from ModHub, the Echo High Density Baler. I mean, uh, this one came with a horsepower requirement of 350 horses and the price of uh, $276,000 or money unit, in-game money unit. Now, realistically, if the prices are based on the list prices of products in the base game, and a class square baler that is top of the line and latest model and everything comes for 150 grand, I cannot imagine that Echo can keep up with the competition with offering a combine baler for almost double the price. That's impossible for me. So I reduced the price a bit, and I will go with this one for the reason that I made one more thing since I've been there, and that's I can add this cool preserve tank. It's only purely cosmetic, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it. Massey Ferguson will be good. Um, I don't think when it comes to balers, Echo would bring or force Fendt on the US market. I have no idea though, but I don't think. So Massey Ferguson will do. I don't like yellow too much, so that's why I'm not going with the Challenger baler. Yeah, so I think this is going to be my baler, and that's a fairly okay price, I would say. So let's hit buy. Now, as for bear transportation, my idea is that I'm going to try out this bad boy. I mean, I have the Anderson DLC for almost a year. I bought it during the Lunar New Year sale for I don't know, was it €1? And all the extra points that I got. Yeah, it was something like that. So I got it real cheap, and I haven't used any of the pieces in the DLC once. So I think it's high time I do. But not just yet. I'm going to rent it, I guess. Like, take it out on the demo. But in order to do that, I need to start harvesting first. Let's turn it into a Christmas tree. Christmas time is almost upon us. And thus I can segue into today's FS story time topic, which is Christmas music. Yay! You guys know by now, if you watch my videos, that I'm a huge music fan. I'm a consummate uh, music aficionado, and I'm truly a connoisseur of Christmas songs. Um, but not any sort of Christmas songs. Obviously, you know that I'm a huge rocker slash metal head, and I mean, if I have a say in that, I almost exclusively listen to rock and metal. So obviously, when it comes to Christmas songs, I like rock and metal adaptations. Ooh, wow, we're on shaky grounds, by the way, and not in terms of the topic I'm talking about. I mean this field. Ooh, wow, look at the header bobbing up and down. Yeah. Anyway, so hold on, I need to. Every single time is the same. I forget to do this adjustment. So yeah, and I got together a small collection over the years of digitally acquired Christmas songs. So that means that I mostly bought them in MP3, like from Google Play and places like that. And I'm pretty proud of it. I mean, the small collection means like, I don't know, 7 GB or so. And don't forget, guys, that we're talking about MP3. So that's a that's a lot. There are lots and lots of great Christmas themed metal records out there if you're looking for something like that. Um, and maybe as we progress into the whole preparing for Christmas ordeal, I will give you pointers as to what is really good in this area. Uh, Let me know in the comments if you're interested. Uh, I can turn it into something real huge, and I can make it in a small and simple way. It depends on the interest. Um, yeah, so that's my, and actually discovering that there is that kind of music. Like, we're talking about the most famous and the greatest and most legendary rock and metal musicians playing these classic Christmas tunes, like Lemmy Kilmister or Geoff Tate or um, Ronnie James Dio. Now I gave you three names, and two out of these are passed away sadly. Uh, but then Alice Cooper, and the likes, and then there are bands like Striper and uh, I wanted to say quick Dokken, and so pretty big names in the genre. They all did this in one way or another. And then again, Twisted Sister. Uh, Back in the day when they were together and AJ Perro was still alive, dedicated a complete album to that. I think that was their last studio effort, the Twisted Xmas, which is tremendously good. You see, I'm already giving you advices as to what to check out. Yeah. Well, anyway, so and these were when I discovered these. These were the musical products that led me back to my true Christmas spirit. I've lost my Christmas spirit for a while when I was a young adult, and I felt jaded about it, and I didn't really understood why is it so good, and why do people enjoy celebrating it and everything. And then somehow finding the right tunes to get into the mood helped me a lot. So yeah, I've been listening to these for quite some time now, and I have become this connoisseur of, of Christmas tunes. So what happened? The reason why I'm explaining all this is that in the school, and you may have noticed that nowadays I don't really tell like these very very definite stories about what's going on in school, but I think this is something that is really cool. So I've been asked by one of my colleagues to teach her class an English Christmas song for the school festival that is going to be on the last day before the winter break. And so the whole idea of finding a nice Christmas song that is fitting for a school get together. Where would I want? Yeah, so that whole problem came up, and I had ideas from the get-go because I know my Christmas songs pretty well at this point. And so what happened was that the kids wanted to do "All I Want for Christmas" by Mariah Carey. No matter what I said, I just simply couldn't talk them out of it. Now, let me get this straight. That's a pretty nice song altogether. Um, Even if you don't look at or you don't really care about the sexiness and whatnot, you know what I mean. Sexiness is not the right word. Lewdness of the topic, or of the way it, it approaches Christmas itself. Um, I mean, that's one thing, because I do understand the lyrics fully and completely. Well, they probably do to some extent, but that doesn't really matter, because then again, there is nothing really unacceptable in that. Well, that's fine, it's whatever. But the reason I'm against it, that it's not a song for a school Christmas get together, no matter what Love Actually, the famous movie, taught you. Yeah. And the reason for that is that it's not a song for musically untrained kids to sing. It's full of sustained notes and bent notes and I don't even know what else. As I said, I'm not musically trained. Why is this blinking? Did I hit the blinker? No. Anyway, that's something new. I didn't. Not that. I never noticed that, but then again, I'm never really working with this trailer in this dark. So yeah, where was I? I get interrupted by just doing my stuff. Uh, so that song is not for this. Just simply because the vocals are not really meant for a choir of musically not really trained or not so heavily trained people. I mean, I have no idea how much formal training Mariah Carey has. She's a raw talent, that's for sure. And that song is heavily capitalizing on that um, that thing that she's a raw talent, and possibly has some extent of formal training. I mean, it's kind of a given if you are in the industry and you consider yourself a professional. But that being said, what I did, because I tend to handle these things with my very own um, uh, touch. I don't know if there is a proverb for this in English, but we have a saying here in Hungary about putting the or dropping the rein among the horses. So like let them do the things and let them make their own mistakes and cause their own errors, and then uh, realize that and enlighten themselves about the errors of their ways. Uh, and so this is what I did exactly. So what I did is I found a kind of karaoke version, a semi karaoke version on YouTube, and I took it to class, and we started listening to it. Like we listened to it 5 times, and then they started to mumble uh, to the tunes, like, you know, when you have an English song but you know the Swedish words, so you sing it in Swedish. Uh, that's an old Hungarian comedy reference. Don't even try to decode it. Anyway, so yeah, that's what started, and then I only teach half of the class, uh, and the other half is taught by my dear colleague. And so one of the kids sent a text to another kid in the other half of the class to come over because we have the song and it's so nice. So they came over together with my colleague. Uh, she's this very nice lady with very well manners, and she's very well mannered and very diplomatic. And uh, that was very nice because she came over and she started to nag the kids about how this is not the right choice for a song, which obviously I knew from the get-go, and she knew that from the get-go because we were talking about that before the lesson. So she started this nagging, and then I could swoop in with explaining what I just said. Why is it not a good song? And why we should go with something more simplistic but still more awesome. And at the end, we could persuade the kids that it's not going to be good because they won't learn this song in 2 weeks' time so that they can sing along in a very convincing manner. And if they don't do that, obviously they will lose face in front of the others, the rest of the school, and mostly in front of the kids, the other kids. You know, guys, uh, that's something very important if you're a secondary school student, to save face in front of the others and uh, be cool, keep your cool. So they realize that they will lose face if they stick to their own um, stubbornness, and so they let it go. And yeah, uh, I mean, I really love that you can reason with these kids, because on the one hand, obviously, most important for them is the opinion of their peers, and I mean, they are young, and they enjoy their gadgets and stuff like that. You know how teenagers are. You were a teenager if you're older, or you are a teenager probably. So, but and that is something that I was looking for in my previous jobs, that you can reason with your students, and you can persuade them, you can win their minds, and that was so nice that I could do that, and it was almost like effortless. It panned out as I planned out. Uh, Obviously, so my colleague was very nice for jumping in and helping me with this. Uh, I thanked her profusely because she played her part very well in this. Um, and yeah, so and actually I bet you're dying to know what song it's going to be, and I won't tell you because it might be that you are a student of that school and it's a surprise for you. So sorry. All I can say, it's not going to be All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey. It's going to be something else, and it's going to be great. I already had them sing the song like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, and they were improving and getting better and better with that song. Uh, it's a popular song, I can tell you that. It's rock and roll, and it's a pretty cool rock and roll Christmas tune. So yeah, I'm happy about the choice and I'm confident about it. Yeah, so that's what happened, and these are things. This is one of the things that happen in school, and that was again a um, great experience with these kids. That's why I like to work there. That's why I love my job right now, because uh, there are small victories like this all the time, and it's, don't get me wrong, it's not my victory over the kids, or it's not that they have a victory over me ever, and no, it's a victory that we got to together. So we got there together. It's a win-win. I'm absolutely convinced about it. And I, don't get me wrong, I love how these kids can stand up for themselves and how they can convey their opinions, and they do that in a very very cultured and very well mannered way, so that they absolutely don't come off as offensive or anything like that about that, but they still articulate what they want very clearly. And if you can grant them that, that's good. And if I can come to an agreement with them that is beneficial to them, uh, I'm more than happy to do that at any given day. And I really really like how they can, I mean, they just simply find the appropriate way. And they have criticism, but it's constructive criticism every now and then. Obviously, it's not methodological things or anything like that, but in, like, in the way how day-to-day life is going on and how things are carried out in school. And and that's just so great. I've been looking for a place where I can teach students like that, and it's great. I'm happy about that. Mostly that's why I'm not talking about things in school, because there is really nothing to complain about here. Um, because that's how things are running over there. And funny fact and an interesting statistic that us Hungarians, uh, well, in 80% of our communication, we tend to complain about things. like 80% of all communication that an average Hungarian does is complaining. Because that's how we are put together. Uh, I know that sounds terrible, but it is what it is. And I, for one, try to fight against it. Especially when I come over here to hang around with you guys and have fun together, relax while I do some farming or shooting up things or anything like that. Um, so yeah, that's probably. And when I really don't have a reason to complain about something, I won't complain about that thing. And if I have no reason to complain, it's all the better, right? Am I right? Yeah, I am. Oh yeah. There's one more thing that I have no reason to complain about, and that is how slowly but surely view counts are climbing on the channel, and I wanna say a huge thank you for that, guys. This is really, really awesome. I had a few videos in the past few days that were doing really, really well in comparison to other videos that I've done uh, earlier. Like the Copa video that I did, that was one that is a kind of a success story, uh, and I think I'm motivated to continue this series because it did fairly well. Like both of the Welker Farms videos so far were doing around 20 views, and that's very good for my channel. So as long as the interest is up, this thing will go on. I'm not saying that it's going to happen every week, but I try my best to keep up with it and to show improvement over here and development of things. Yeah. That being said, I have a huge incentive that I wanna hit 50 subscribers until Christmas time. So if you're watching this and if you're new to the channel, hi, first of all. Second of all, please be as kind as to hit that subscribe button because that would mean the world to me. And I know right now I'm at 36 subscribes, and you couldn't be my first subscriber ever, but you could be the 37th and the one who started me on the way towards 50. And I think even though you wouldn't be my first subscriber, that still should give you a warm and fuzzy feeling that you were the one to do that for me. So please don't hesitate. Also, if you enjoyed this video at least a little bit, please consider dropping a like on it. I mean, that is something that really motivates me to do more of these. Do them more often, try to come up with more and more entertaining topics to talk about while grinding away in the fields. In the fields. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, thank you guys for checking it out. That's almost a trailer load. It's not going to be anything special. I'm going to drop them over yonder in the storage bins. Um, yeah, so thank you guys for checking out the video. If you have already subscribed, thank you. If you are going to subscribe, thank you. If you drop a like, thank you. If you have anything to say to me, don't hesitate to drop it down in the comment. I'm dying to hear from you guys. And until then, behave yourselves and don't buy strangers.